What is your will, my master?
Hey, good morning, Skye. Quick demo video for you for your Saberforge Prodigy. Got this done this morning. This has installed the CFX that you wanted. It's got a removable chassis. I gave you a 2-button setup, so your top switch will be your activation, your bottom switch will be your auxiliary. You've got CC sabers in here for your lit PCB, and then how you get to everything is you want to unscrew this pommel right here. It only screws on with about 2 threads, and I'll go over that here in a second. But when you take that off, you'll see your speaker. You can go like that, and the chassis will just fall right out, just like this. And then here is your chassis, right? So you got a removable battery setup, spring side over here, your CFX board on top. So you can see you got easy access to your SD card. You can clip it in and out with your finger, just like that. This uses Smuggler's Outpost switch pixel PCB set. So you've got that guy that lines up with that. You may not be able to see it in the light, but there's a 14-pin PCB in there, and that never moves. This saber is a little bit short, so it's kind of deceiving, right? Because it changes diameter about right here on this last groove, which makes it very short to try to fit in a removable battery. I was able to do it, obviously, but the trade-off was I had to take some of the threads away from the pommel. So what I did was I did 3D print a spacer that's on here, and when it's on the saber, it looks like part of the saber, right? It just looks like part of the pommel, so it's not an eyesore or anything. And it also tells you exactly where you can screw this on and screw it in tight, and it'll stay in place. But I needed an extra like 0.2 inches worth of length in order to get this to work, and that's how I did that. I took that from the thread length. Let's throw a battery in here. This has the stock font package on it, but obviously set up for NeoPixel. All right, so we'll throw a battery in. You hear that? That's a good sign. You can put this chassis in any way you want. So we'll just slide it right in, and then take the pommel and screw it on and tighten it down, and that locks everything in place. So now when you hit the activation button, put your LEDs in there firing up. This thing is super loud. It's got a 28mm Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker in it. Auxiliary back here. Or if you hold it down for blade lockup. And we'll turn it off and throw a blade in it. This takes a 1-inch diameter NeoPixel blade. And then we'll go over some set screws that are in your chassis. Let me lock this down first. So, or I'm sorry, not in the chassis, but in the saber. This saber came with 2 set screws. This one down here, and then this one. This one is your blade retention. You do not want to mess with this guy. This is what's holding the PCB holder for your NeoPixel connector, right? So don't loosen that guy. Just mess with this guy up top. You got good flash on flash. This is set up to where if you want to change color, just hold down aux and twist your wrist. You hear that? And now we can just twist the saber and we can cycle through different colors, right? We want a blue, maybe. Find a blue. Just tap power. So now when you turn this back on, it's a blue blade. I also gave you a lot of different blade effects. So to get to those, again, hold down aux and twist your wrist, but this time keep the button held down.
Spectrum.
Keep holding it.
Blade profiles.
Now again, you can twist the saber and you can cycle through some different blade effects. Some of them don't pick up very well on camera, but others do. When you find one you like, just tap the power button. And then we got that particular blade effect. So it's got kind of that tracer when it ignites and then when it detracts as well. To get to your sound fonts, just hold down aux.
Sound bank selection.
Nightfall.
And you can use either button to cycle up or down.
Crystal focus.
Crystal focus.
Nebula. Nebula.
When you find one you like, just hold the button down. Super loud. This thing is screaming. Just like that. And then we'll go ahead and take the blade out of this guy. Yeah, this saber is super loud. So hopefully you like that. You can turn it down if you want. I do have this speaker set to 100% volume, right? So when we take the blade out, we'll just unscrew the pommel again. The chassis will fall right out into your hand. And then from the positive side, over by the speaker, you can pull out the battery with your finger just like that. And that is it. That is basically your Saberforge Prodigy. Let me know if you got any questions. And if not, I will try to get this guy out in the mail to you tomorrow. All right, thank you.